Okay, great. So we're 20 episodes in to this podcast series. And, when something gets published out on YouTube, you see we promote it on LinkedIn, people take a look at it and gets a little bit of interest. And then some of them kind of they just kind of fade away. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so might be good to review what we've done. For any of those people that have found us recently and really enjoy it, and maybe they need to go back and look one up. Also, where are we going to go moving forward, right? Because the point we got here, 15 episodes, and we said, hey, this is the No Plan podcast. We're going to make sure and record something, but we're not going to overthink it. Okay? So the idea is that we can review real quick what we've done and where we're going to go with some of these upcoming episodes. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
You're not convinced.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Okay,
let's do it.
So we've had some with some external guests, I guess, right? Like the last one we did was James Woodard, and we talked about digital transformations and why they can struggle sometimes and how to do that better, right? So we talked about that last week. And so you did one with Matt Lawrence.
Yep.
That was about AI and engineering.
Yeah, the future of engineering.
Future of engineering. Both of those, I think, James was very AI related too. Because I think he was talking about digital transformation tools, but most of them with the goal of applying AI afterwards. That was a big topic of conversation, and we did get into data centers and whatnot. And we've had a couple. I'm going to put these into some categories here, but we had a couple that were more just on communication or on general industry scenarios, like the one where we talked about projects, and it's kind of like that chaos mowing the grass situation, which you were very interested in. Sort of the term herding cats is a phrase a lot of people use when there's chaos, but I think you noted the fact that, okay, the herding cats metaphor is difficult because those cats aren't doing anything anyway. They're not accomplishing anything.
It doesn't actually work for me.
It doesn't matter for work, right? Because they have no tasks.
Yeah, they're not
It's just chaos.
They're not trying to accomplish a goal.
It's just chaos for the sake of chaos. Yeah. Okay, so what category is that? That's just, I don't know what category that is, but that's the lawn chaos. To me, is similar to Win the Whiteboard. They're both industry scenarios.
Like communication and management.
Okay, maybe? Communication. Okay, so communication. We've got the episode 13, which was lawn mowing, and we've got episode, which one did we have the Win the Whiteboard? 14, Win the Whiteboard. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think this one got enough airplay. I was really excited about that one. I think that's a big deal.
We just did bad, I guess.
I don't know. We didn't capture the audience. I don't think we had as much as we were hoping for there. So those are two that were more generic, I guess.
Then we had our interview. Are you going to put up another call?
Interviews?
Yeah, interviews.
Okay, so we're going to do interviews here.
We had some interviews.
Boy, handwriting's bad today.
We had some Matt Lawrence.
So we had Matt Lawrence.
What are you looking at here? Episode 7, I guess.
Okay, episode 7. That was AI in engineering, right?
Yep.
Okay, AI in engineering.
We had James Woodard. Woodward? I don't know.
Woodard.
I can't.
That's episode 20, right? James Woodard.
Yep. Can't read your writing. We also had another one with Angela, but I guess that's not in your list here.
Number 4.
That was KO.
Yeah. Did we put that in? We just put that in the interview.
That should be an interview.
But we also did discuss conferences a couple times. But so
Number 4.
number 4, Angela Summers. That was a lot about functional safety.
Yeah,
Okay, functional safety. Then we had Andy Coates.
that was number 11. And then you had Andy Coates is 11.
Okay,
Man, we've done more interviews than I thought. You got Justin.
that was instrumentation.
Data Foundation. Yep. And then you had Justin.
Which
Number-
one is 3D? Justin 3D 10. So
Yeah.
that's Justin Abbott. Two T's?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's 2 T's.
3D. So 5 interviews, 2 on communication. All right, and then technical discussions. I'd put like the application admins, the SPI, SPID, handover. That'd be technical
I think that
discussion
would
too.
be a technical discussion. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna come over here. Technical. Jeez. Okay, so we had one on SPI. We had one on PNIDs. We had one handover. We had handover 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Handover 1 and 2. Okay. Let's see. And integration fits into that, right? Okay. So
Well, you had some digital twin and an AI discussion. In there.
yeah, and we had one on outsourcing. Where do we classify that one? Is that under communications?
Communications, I think. Yeah.
That was kind of the common theme there.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. You know what we haven't done enough of, and we need to, is something on control systems. I'm working on that. PLCs and industrial control systems.
Well, since we're at 20 now, I guess that's kind of a milestone. Should we take a look and say, hey, we should probably focus more on some of the more technical type podcasts. And then I actually like the interviews because I like hearing other people's perspective from the industry.
Yeah, we did have one too on sports. Is that the only one that's kind of an outlier here?
I think so.
Okay. So that's just a totally different, that's miscellaneous.
I don't know how well that one did, though.
That one did great.
Did it?
Yeah, it's like 300 views. People
Oh,
love
wow.
that one. We're going to have to do a follow-up on
Maybe
that.
we should do more on the miscellaneous side then. I don't know. What's our highest ranking, Danielle? Like on views? Is it miscellaneous tech com interviews? Are you serious?
Yeah.
These,
Oh wow.
these 3 did very well.
Oh, PNIDs also did well.
PNID, Sports, and SPI all have about 300 views. So those
Yeah, those are the top 3.
those captured people's attention. I think these are pretty specific, and they're good for specific scenarios. Maybe not the wider group.
I think we should do more like actual technical ones based on different applications.
Okay.
And I still like the interviews, but maybe they're not doing as good. I don't know. I like the interviews just because I like gaining other people's perspective.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
So I think we should continue to do those.
okay.
But if I don't know, I didn't. So I think you did this one with Spencer. I wasn't in that one.
You were off to the side.
Oh, that's the one.
You were not in the video, but you were in the audio a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one. That's the one where I wasn't in it, but I was in it.
Yeah. Also, we were working out microphone issues at that
Yeah.
point. It was a little softer. But
Yeah, we've come
now
along.
today we're testing these new.
Yeah, these
lapel
new
mics.
new one. Don't speak directly into it.
Oh yeah, I was not supposed
It
to do
picks
that.
up it really well.
In the past 30 days, all of our views, watch time, everything's on that. Good 30 days.
Oh wow!
Okay, so we're catching
Awesome.
fire.
We're catching fire now.
Yeah, and so
So what's the future then?
because we're about 6 months into this,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah, it's a good time to reflect on what we've done.
Well, I definitely think we have to do more. There's more to be discussed here because you get into a few other scenarios, and there's a CFOS discussion that we need to happen.
Yeah.
I think we need to do an interview here with someone that's interested in the integration topic.
That would be good. I think we should talk about the other applications and disciplines. And I mean, a really good one. We kind of did an interview on 3D, but a good one would be on 3D, right?
Yeah, specifically
like
details of the tool.
yeah, smart
Okay.
3D or something of that nature. That would be a good one.
Okay. Yeah, because in Justin's case, that was actually a lot about CADWorks and Autodesk, sort of the modeling platforms that are used more in the midstream
Mm-hmm.
area. Then when you look at the big major capital projects, then you get into the Octave Smart 3D and you get into the Aviva E3D. So there's room for discussion there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to see 3D.
Yeah, I would
Here.
say 3D needs to be a big one, and then maybe we can go back and retouch on some of these. And I mean, of course, you got electrical here too, but I think the big ones are instrument, P&ID, and 3D, right?
Yeah, I'm going to erase these numbers because they don't really mean much. Okay.
So I think that would be good. I don't know, a miscellaneous. I don't know what else we could do that on. We could literally do that on anything. If I remember correctly, we tried to wrap sports analogies into our industry.
It was somewhat related to these topics about how, yeah, because it wasn't just sports in terms of what's happening today. It was more about how that affected the office.
Yeah.
You know, and how that affected work and those sorts of things. Okay. So yeah, from a tech side, I want one on PLCs.
Oh yeah.
And dig into that because we've spent a lot of our time talking about engineering projects and the drawings and the instrument electrical piping process engineering, but there's another piece then, which is the control system and how that gets built, and that's actually a bit segregated from those other disciplines. It's kind of a special area, and there's room to talk about that on its own.
Where would you put because we did one on like administrative roles.
Oh,
like
I
the
think
engineering application administrative roles, but I think that's more tech.
I think that's in the tech. Yeah.
We should talk more about that because I think the industry is lots of people need to understand or are trying to understand, I guess, not need to understand. Lots of people are trying to understand those different roles in organizations, understand what they mean, understand what type of technical background you need to have to fulfill those roles. I mean, we literally just came from a meeting right this week where the entire meeting was that discussion pretty much. Like what is the value that those roles bring to the organization, bring to the projects, right?
Yeah, I think the fundamental question there was, do I need an administrator?
Yeah.
And the client was asking, is that really something I have to have, or can I just use IT? And
I think
that
that's what
was-
they were asking is, hey, like, what's an administrator? I have these engineering guys. I have IT guys. Isn't that kind of good enough? Do I need a role that kind of bridges the gap between the two? Right?
Mhm.
And so I think a lot of clients that we deal with and a lot of companies in the industry are trying to figure that out right now. So I think a technical discussion on that specifically would be good. We kind of touched on that, but not specifically. We did it in these two discussions, right?
Well, we did have one specifically around the administrator, but that was the one we had no video, and it was a Teams recording that we did.
Oh, that
was
was
an experiment.
That was an experiment one.
It went over well though. The content was well received.
The content was good, but the video was kind of
Production value was
low.
We screwed that up though, because we thought we were recording our videos in the
Yeah, like,
recording.
it looked
It
good
showed
on,
that we were.
on our teams. It looked good.
We in fact were not,
No.
which was a mistake. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Application. Just following up. I mean, the personas and the roles is an important theme, I guess, right? Just to help people get a perspective on how to be successful. We also spent time. We talked about the user forum. We talked about several conferences. We're going to continue to do that. I mean, we're going to a conference in a couple of them in June.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to what, ISA Calgary show? So I think we'll need to get some feedback on how that went and what is it about that show that's good. We did one on the ARC forum. We'll do one on the Octave forum that's going to happen in June.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll keep doing that. So I guess we're interested though from an interview standpoint in people that have heard a topic that they're interested in and would be willing to come in and discuss it with us.
Oh yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
just
think,
make kind of like a plea, like an open invitation to the audience here. If someone's got an idea or they want to follow up on one of these, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome. Get some more interviews. I think going forward, our focus should be more on some of the technical categories and on the interviews. I like those of both, the technical categories and the interviews. Those are my two favorites.
That's it. That is what moving in review. We've done 20 episodes. We feel good about that. We've got a lot of good response.
We've got a lot of great response. We've done 20 episodes, about 6 months into it. We're going to keep doing the episodes. I think we need to focus more on the actual technical side and the interviews because, like I said, I like hearing from the industry. That's what excites me about that. But we need to do some on 3D. We need to do some on PLCs, right? And then you say PLCs here, but I'm going to add in DCSs too, right?
Correct. Yes.
I mean, control systems.
I just
right?
want to write that out. It's awkward.
Right. So I think that's our path forward, man. I'm excited about that path. And then every now and then we can throw in a little sports and a little chaos.
I think so. Which you still haven't listened to that graduation speech from last week, did you?
I have not. No.
Okay.
You're talking about the North Carolina one?
Eric Church gave an unbelievable graduation speech.
I haven't listened to that one.
And I've told you multiple times.
To listen to?
It's only 15 minutes. And I'll tell the audience they should listen to it. He gives 6 really important concepts.
6 important concepts. Oh, I'll put you on the spot now.
It's okay. I can remember most of them. Well, yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. You need to listen to him say it anyway. But he goes through 6 pillars, but he equates it to the strings on his guitar. So,
okay.
And because he's a singer and he's made his living singing, he said, hey, I was trying to write a speech and it was going nowhere. And I was getting upset. And I got my guitar and I decided I should relate my speech to the guitar. And so he goes through the different roles of those strings in music and, the low foundational strings up to the higher, more melodic strings. And he says, the 6 topics that he discusses are faith, family, spouse, and then your community, and that's 4. And the last one he talks about is just, I know I'm skipping one, but he says, stay true to yourself. So whatever your little special like thing is about you, like believe in that and stick with it. Don't just try to copy everybody else. And there's one more that, since you put me on the spot, I'm struggling. But he makes some really good points about, he says like social media right now is telling you to build a profile, but not really. He says a whole bunch of people who know who you are online but don't know where you live, right? He's saying that's kind of the world we're living in now, where a lot of people are building a following, but they want to intentionally be ambiguous in terms of where they are, what community they're in, all that sort of stuff. And he just says resist that. Find a community, build some roots, do the things local. And that's a really important point in that. But anyway, it's a real good topic. So I would highly recommend that the UNC graduation speech from Eric Church.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you guys for just kind of listening to this review. We just were reviewing, what we've gone through or what we've put out, and trying to figure out maybe where the interest is and where we want to go with our upcoming episodes. So stay tuned, and we'll follow up on some of these ideas.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.